every night on the Halos in the Infield Baseball Network.
Think about it. We'll get into everything that we're going to get into as we go along, but I got to rant real quick.
But why would you throw out an inexperienced pitcher in a game you're still close in? And I don't care what the record is, you show up for a fucking rivalry game. But he's actually talking to him constantly. That is a sign of a really, really good coach.
It's the Toddfox postgame podcast with your host, Toddfox.
Because the only thing I want to yell is, fuck! Hey, welcome into another episode of Halos in the Infield with your host, Toddfox, here on September 11th. This is the third year that I've been able to broadcast on not only my birthday, but a day that will live in infamy as far as the world's concerned. In my opinion, that day 22 years ago changed my life and how we lived forever. So it's always something to look back on and reflect on, and just realize how fortunate we are to be here. And pay respects to those who lost their lives and also those who fought for freedom after that. Not even getting political, but just, how things went and who served and went over there for the right or wrong reasons. You know what I mean? It's still one of those things. So just throwing that out there, and just remembering, God damn, it's been that long. And, another birthday came and went on that same day for me. So just putting that out there. So good evening, everybody. It's a little bit of a late start because of the Angels winning in extra innings. I almost said overtime. There has been a lot going on since, since Saturday. Since I came on, my Seahawks laid an egg to the Rams. I mean, God damn, if you stop playing zone defense for 2 minutes, you win that game. And they just let them pick them apart. It looked so goddamn easy. And so I suffered a loss tonight or on Sunday, so that sucked ass. But tonight, the Angels get a win for me on my birthday, which is awesome. This is a game that, again, it was picture in picture for the first 5 innings. I wasn't paying too much attention to the Angel game. I was watching the Jets game, and then throwing it over here after the game and watching it fully through, and then seeing just the way the Angels were playing. Again, good win. 714 tickets. 714 tickets. Use the Heedy promo code. Sorry, but the fact is, the Angels had, again, another night where it's home runs or nothing until they got to the all-important bottom of the 10th inning right there. Or, 11th inning, or top of the 11th inning, and got the extra runs right there. They got some hits, which was nice. But you had some really interesting pitching moments in this one. Again, Loop coming in a tie game, nearly giving it away in the 9th inning. Then you go to Marte in the in the 11th, or to finish it out. They go to Loop in the 9th, and he almost gives it away. 10th inning, go to start it with Loop, and then go with Marte against Rodriguez, and Rodriguez winds up tying it up. So, I mean, tonight, look at it this way. The season's been lost for quite some time. I don't think any of us are sitting here like, oh, my God, we're on pins and needles. There's literally 14 games left, and 14 games is a lot to play out the rest of the season. Not a lot to play out the rest of the season. Season's almost over, so the season doesn't start tonight. But what they can do is be a thorn in other teams' asses, basically, and the Angels were that tonight. The Angels got a win over a team that desperately needed a win, especially with Texas losing tonight. Texas won, but with Houston losing tonight, Seattle could have crept within one game, and two games. Sorry. Instead, they now fall they stay 2.5 back. They're now out of the wild card spot right now. Texas has jumped them for a half game right there. So that's and again, not too many games left now. Seattle's got 2 more with us. Texas is up in Toronto. Toronto needs those games. And Houston is playing Oakland. And surprise, surprise, everyone thought Oakland was going to be the worst team in baseball. And actually, that crown goes to Kansas City right now. Kansas City's got 100 losses. Oakland's sitting there still at 99, refusing to lose right now, to not get that 100 loss. And they're playing big time spoiler right now as they win another game to screw over Houston a little bit right now, because Houston, with the win tonight, could have kept Texas and Seattle within arms, push them back at arm's length right there, give themselves some more breathing room as we go down the stretch, because there's only, like I said, 14 games left for the Angels, and they can play spoiler here against the Mariners in the last 2 games to, really screw them over after Seattle made such a run. So we'll see if they can man up and do it again, but I'm telling you, I was really pleased to see how they played tonight. Again, not happy with the home runs. We'll get into that right now. How they started scoring was Teoscar Hernandez made it 1-0 out the bat. Then Raleigh hits a home run to make it 3-0 in the first inning, and you're thinking, okay, the Angels are done for. This is going to be one of those nights. But top of the second, Logan O'Hoppe comes through with his 9th home run with Moustakas on base to make it 3-2. And O'Hoppe's like, I'm not done in the 4th inning. His very next at bat, he hits a home run to tie it, and it stayed that way. It stayed that way to the 10th inning, because after Loop-de-Loop got out of that hole, and again, in the top of the 9th, our boy Hasselman returned again. He's been, when he's not fucking things up, you don't really hear anything from him. And that's basically what a good third base coach should be like. You only hear about him when he waves around a winning run, and that's all, right? But no. What happened is he should have sent the runner, and they didn't send the runner, and the Angels did not score, because then the next guys went strike out. I think it was Phillips struck out. Then you had a first pitch swinging ground out, which is typical Angels, and you thought they were going to lose for sure, especially when Loop-de-Loop came in there in the bottom of the 9th inning. It was bases loaded, nobody out. And he comes through and just gets the 3 outs to end the inning. And it was just a weird game. And then you get 2 outs. You're thinking they're going to strand the runner on. But Brandon Drury comes through with a big 2-run homer to give him a lead. And you're thinking the game's over right there. But then Rodriguez comes in, and Marte comes in, and they take out Loop, and they put Marte in, and right away, home run. We're tied up, and you're thinking they're going to lose. But the Angels tack on 3 with some good hits by ShamWow and a couple others. And there you go. And the Angels come away with a victory tonight. We'll go through I'm not going to give them the whole South Park music, but you look at what they did tonight. Angels 8 runs, 12 hits. Mariners 5 runs, 10 hits. Battle of the Bullpens won by the Angels tonight, obviously. Mariners were 3 for 12 runners in scoring position. They left 7 men on base. Gilbert pitched a real good game for the Mariners, but he is the tough luck no decision right there. 5 strikeouts, 2 home runs to O'Hoppe. If he didn't face O'Hoppe, it was a shutout. 3 runs total, given up on 6 hits, only the 1 walk. But the bullpen killed him tonight. Thornton and also Tapa and Munoz not doing too good for them tonight, even though they have good numbers overall for the season. If you look at their ERAs, Gilbert has a 3.62 ERA, Brash with a 3.19. Munoz had a 2.95, Tapa 2.58, 1.85 for Thornton, who they thumped, and Spire has a 3.56, 2.82 for Campbell. So their bullpen has been flawless this season. They had 37,000 in attendance up there in Seattle. The Angels look like this. ShamWow went 2 for 6 tonight. Neto went 0 for 4 in his return with 2 walks. You had Brendan Drury getting the big 2-run homer. He went 1 for 6. He does that a lot. He always gets 1 hit, but it's always 1 big hit. Moustakas went 2 for 4. Kyrie Parrish scored on he had 1 at bat, 1 run. O'Hoppe went 3 for 5 with the 2 home runs. Escobar 2 for 5 actually. Grichuk had a big RBI single. Brent Phillips had an RBI single. No, he didn't have an RBI single. He had a single. He had 2 strikeouts, 1 for 5. He stranded a runner, and then Adams scored a run. So he's at 160. As far as their bullpen's concerned, Detmers pitched pretty decently tonight, too. He matched the other pitcher with 7 quality innings, 3 runs on 5 hits, 3 earned, 7 strikeouts, 1 home run allowed. Soriano pitched a good inning right there. Loop went 1 inning and a third, 1 run on 3 hits and two strikeouts. Marte gets the win and a blown save, which is hilarious. 2/3 of an inning with that home run, 1 run allowed, and then Herget comes in with a perfect ninth inning, or not ninth inning, 11th inning. 4 for 14 with runners in scoring position, 9 men left on base for your Halos. So the Angels get the 8-5 win. Let's go over the, what is it called? The stars for tonight. Let's go through the Stamos Award first. Now you can give it to a couple players, and I think I will. I think I'll give it to 2 players tonight. I know there's some clutch hits that were hit after this game went to extra innings. I get that. But the game would not be in the situation that it was, and the Angels would not be playing spoiler if it wasn't for 2 players, and that is Logan O'Hoppe with 2 home runs and 3 RBIs, and Reed Detmers with another quality start. Without those 7 innings, the Angels would obviously not be in the game. So those 2 guys get it. I know, like I said, there were some clutch hits. There was a Brendan Drury home run, but that was wiped away after the Marte, and there was a couple other clutch hits by Grichuk and stuff like that. But those guys went, one for the night. You know what I mean? Logan O'Hoppe had those 2 big home runs. Also a couple other good at-bats even when he got out. And then, like I said, Reed Detmers was keeping him in the game. And again, this is a game the Mariners needed to have. Again, we're down to 14 games left. Yes, it's only a 2.5 game deficit for the Mariners, but they are fighting with other teams for the final playoff spot, and they also are trying to fight for that division. So everything is still on the table for the Seattle Mariners. So that's the crazy thing. Boston's just about going to be eliminated here, so they're not a factor. So they're not going to come from behind. It's basically the wild card right now. Tampa Bay's in complete control of it, but Toronto and Texas and Seattle could all flip. They're all within a half game of each other. So that is really the race to watch right now between Toronto and Texas are playing each other. And then you got Seattle playing us. So right now, as it stands with these games, the Angels are actually playing a meaningful game. These next 2 games. So we'll have to see what they're made out of. If they can man up and beat Seattle these next 2 games, it would be a strategic it would be huge if the Mariners get swept in this series. Quite the downfall if the Angels can actually slap them back in the face after what they did to us earlier in the season. And granted, some of that's been our fault, but damn, if the Angels can get a little revenge, that would be a nice way, with all things considered, the way this season has just been one CF, which is a clusterfuck. Now let's get into the loser of the night tonight.
All the chips, all the cheese, all the refried beans, all the onion and tomato and the guacamole, all the beef and jalapeno and the sour cream, all the nachos.
And again, these guys are getting talked up here by Gooby and them about how good their bullpen was. And then you had, hey, Thornton's pretty good. But Thornton got lit up tonight. So, I mean, Thornton got lit up, but, getting the blown save tonight and the for the Angels, Marte, and still getting the win is hilarious. But Thornton really he deserved the loss tonight. He didn't have it. And the Mariners, I think we're going to give him the nacho night tonight. They needed him. They're one of their best relievers to really come through for them, and he didn't tonight. And the Angels were able to get on the, get it right and get the hold. Because I'm thinking, man, if we get a 1-run lead in that 11th inning, it's going to be dicey. But they got the extra tag on runs, so that was really much needed right there. So the Angels get the W tonight and win 8-5. So let's get into the comments, because there's gonna be a lot to discuss. Obviously, people are gonna talk shit. And that's why I had to deal with 2 yesterday. It's like, one thing, you get so hyped up. You should beat a terrible Rams team. They're a bad team. Trust me, they're not gonna win very many games this year. And we made them look like world beaters. You have Colin Cowherd, who I can't fucking stand almost as much as Stephen A. And that fool's out there like, hey, the Rams might be a team that could get to the playoffs. Fuck you, dude. Talk about it's the 1 week, first week of the season, and it's overreaction Monday. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's just freaking the fuck out. Now, I understand if you're a Jets fan and you lost Aaron Rodgers for the year, like most likely they are now with a torn Achilles, then yeah, it's time to freak out. Even though they won tonight, that's what's hilarious. They're going to freak out because there's no way they're winning or going to the playoffs with Wilson. Now, my team, on the other hand, again, NFL, you don't want to lose any game, period. because every game matters. It's not like baseball and you just flip the page. That's why I love baseball so much. You could flip the page, but I got to deal with this fucking loss. Like if your team lost all week, whether it's shit talk from your friends, coworkers, whatever, you have to deal with it. Watching the sports media overreact and trash talk your team, thinking they're not as good as they were. It's just one fucking week. But you have to go with that all week until the next game. At least if the Angels get blown out, it's early in the season or whatever, it's like, dude, we got plenty of games left to go. No, there's a lot of season left to be played, and the season starts tomorrow. You got all that talk, you know what I mean? You got next day. You're only as good as your next pitcher, right? But football is such a, in focus thing because every game freaking matters, dude. Like every tackle, every down, whatever. So that was not a good Sunday for me. And so I had to put up with a lot of wanker spanker Rams fans that are all of a sudden fans again after they were crawling out of their cubby holes. I know Dan's been there all year. I'm not talking about you, Dan. But I'm talking about most of the Rams fans I know are just major trolls, and they were under a rock because they knew this season's going to suck. But they got to prod the shit out of me on Sunday because obviously, hey, they earned it. I mean, they beat the shit out of us. And it's one thing, and it, real quick, last thing I'll say on football. Seattle literally reminded me of the Angels. Doing the same bullshit and realizing it's not working and still being too stubborn to change it midway through the game. They still could have won that game in the third quarter had they just changed their defense and got out of the soft zone. They were just letting him sit back there and throw the ball like nothing, not even pressuring Stafford, letting him just throw over the middle, wide open zone. It's wide open. You just take what they give you, and they gave it to him, and he took it. So I don't give the Rams credit. It's more on the coaching. The Seahawks just gave it to him. We're like, nah, fuck it, we're not changing anything. And then they weren't creative on offense, and the Rams, to their credit, blitzed the shit out of us and made things even worse. So, and in one way, I'm giving them credit, but in the other way, I think most of it's on us, if that makes any sense. But yeah, tough loss, dude. And then, but tonight makes up for it because again, we're sticking it to the Mariners. So, on one hand, I feel bad for Seattle fans, but on the other hand, I don't. Sorry, Eric. Let's see. Hayes says, let's fucking go. Fuck the Mariners. Restunning says, I hope we sweep the Mariners and their playoff run out the window. Brian says, yes, the annual round of spoiler wins get fucked Seattle. 714 tickets. Mariners can choke on a Stamos. Also, Dan Rio says, hey, we won again, and despite the third base coach, happy birthday, Todd, but the Seahawks, what happened? I know, sports news. I love playing spoiler to the other teams, mainly the Mariners. Sweaty Raider says, yo, yo, yo. What's up, Sweaty Raider? Also, so are we getting rid of Trout or keeping Ohtani or what is going on? Right now, I think we have a good chance of losing both. And it really might come down to the scales tipping a little bit in favor of us keeping Ohtani because who's going to pay that much money for a DH? There's a lot of teams that will. But I think with that injury, it may give him a chance to come back. But then when I think that if there is smoke to the fire and Trout is really real about leaving, why would Ohtani stay? So I'm leaning towards we're losing both. I think we're going to lose both. If he's really, really talking about leaving, he's going to go. That's just my opinion. Happy birthday, old fart in training. Thank you, sir. Hey, everyone. A hell of a W for your bunch. Happy birthday, Todd. Thank you so much. What's up, Big 20? Finally on here. Thank you, Anna. Also, thank you, Nate. Brendan sent the ball to Drury Lane. Sweaty Raider says, they ended our playoff hope with a stupid dance time for us to return the favor. And I think we might. But I don't think the Angels have the balls to do that. Like that would be common sense to a rival to get back at them with a dance. Angels won't do that. I think they're some would say they're too classy. I don't think so. I just don't think they have the balls to do it. Although one guy would, and that'd be Mistakis, and he would be like, "Come on, take a shot at me now. Come out here." He would actually prod the Mariners to attack him. Everyone listen to Bush knock down the towers by Immortal Technique. Most definitely. Opinions on highly paid athletes. My quarterback one says scoring 3 runs in the 11th without hitting a home run. What are these Angels? Exactly. They played the long ball until exactly they needed the big hits. I really miss big clutch hits, dude. Like I really do. Keeping the base runners going around the base, keeping the rallies going. And I'm just, home runs are nice and everything, but again, they're in spurts and it doesn't keep rallies. It usually kills rallies. So, whatever. Thank you, Mateo, right there. Anna says balls in Drury Lane. Angels baseball on Heedy is on the air. Big 20 says, I have so much to say tonight. Some twice for NFL this weekend, both teams. Happy fucking birthday, Todd Fox. At least one of us got a W on our birthday. Thank you, Hayes. Stukas, yay, Rams. Haha, beat them. Sea Chickens still think they suck. Yes, I do. Dan, my opinion's not changed. You watch. The Rams will have 5 wins again this year. 5 wins. Trust me. There's one thing I will say, though. Your boy, which I hate, they call the genius, that guy McVay can outcoach Carroll. There's just no... Carroll, not too many guys get over Carroll, but he does. And he does it with some limited-ass talent. You got 14 rookies all signed to that team. There is no reason for this Seahawks team to lose to the Rams. But the coaching did it, man. Also, fuck J-Rod, bro. Really, though, he put it in the bag. He sure did. Balls, and Big 20s back on the podcast. I'll give you that one, dude, for sure, right there, because finally getting this guy back on. We'll probably hear from him later.
Tonight, it's time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and
Big
John
20 on the
Stamos.
podcast. I'll say the Stamos Award is given to a Hoppy. Exactly. Hammers right here. Let's see. Also, Brett's hit bought you a Philips television. No, it didn't. Wish the Angels would do a stupid Mariner celebration at T-Mobile Stadium. Balls, and running gaffes.
Tonight, it's time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and
And running
John
gaffes.
Stamos.
By the way, Dan Rios, that song that the Rams have, Ram It, boy, that's, yeah, sus at best. Also, balls, and rookie mistakes. MT was at the game. Great game. Shout out to all the Angels fans behind the home plate. That's cool, MT. They still support up there. Hayes, that would have been cause for a brawl tomorrow. That should have been. Jury's home run, Q Bally's. You got to hit a home run first to get on Bally's. Base hits don't count. Let's see. Also, Rams look great without Cooper Kupp. I don't even know who 17 is, and that guy was just catching everything. That was embarrassing. Aaron Rodgers might be out for the season. He's done, bro. Achilles, you're done. He's gone. He's gone for the season. So, let's see. Also, the winning against the Niners is Sunday. Well, I guess you're a Rams fan. And emotional damage, Mariners fans. Yeah, that's a tough one, dude. Up there in Seattle, if you're a fan of the Seahawks and the Mariners, you got a lot of
Emotional damage.
call me a doomer, but damn, we can't even yank properly. balls, and Bill Hasselman. Boy, he was, again, a piece of shit tonight.
I was pretty cocky. I want balls and
Bill
John
Hasselman.
Stamos.
Bad move to bring in Marte in the 10th. That was true. That's called a winning streak. Honk honk. I don't know if we could play that one, dude, because that one pisses me off. Where this team should be this year, and again, like as far as like getting an opportunity to be good at times, just not getting it done. Hasselman effed up. Escobar was pissed. Exactly. And again, that just goes to show you, yeah, shit coaches. Bro, Hasselman needs to go. Bro, registers speed based off his old-ass perception. Fuck him. Sorry, but not sorry, fam. Not the first time you did your best to fuck us over. Yeah, he's messed us over a bunch of times and then does those pretty shitty, what is it called, apologies. At Dan Rios, the Niners will beat the Rams. Dude, the Niners are going to destroy the Rams. Light the baby up. Fuck the Mariners. Excited for our young guys, man. And Drizzle says, me too. See, aside from the last inning, the Mariners were unable to read Detmers. Bringing it to such a fast crash on the highway. Once again, Grillmaster. Angels weren't going to drop this one on Todd's birthday. Yeah, I'm glad they did it. Justin's pitch was Drury was over the top. Jeez, happy birthday, Todd. Thank you, guys. Also, Marty, you're dang right, brother. Also, It's Your Boy says, it's sad how we win when there's no pressure and can possibly lose out on the top 5th pick, but there's a tiny bit of expectations. We crumble under little pressure. Exactly. That's bad coaching. That's bad preparation. That's bad everything. And Joseph says the Neto effect is real. At Matt, they might not be. The Sea Chickens were supposed to win as well. Never know. Well, it's week 1, man, and there's always surprises, and the NFL didn't disappoint. Look how many teams freaking should have won and did it. My picks were fucked up this week, and usually I'm on it, dude. I do my homework and everything, and this, nope. Nope. There was so many. I took double digit losses in my picks. I think I was 5-10. That was pathetic. That's the worst I've ever been. Well, with tonight 5-11 because I picked the Bills and 4 turnovers later. Thanks, Andrizzle. Also, a couple of bombs and timely hitting tonight. Thank you, Mario, as well. Big 20, hopefully you are behaving yourself. Fat chance. Laugh out loud. Just kidding, brother. Ground ball to Neto and Shano. The game is over. Angels win the series opener against the Mariners via final score of 8-5. Marty says, great to see the look on the Mariners' faces when they lost. No dancing around the morons tonight. Balls, and no dancing around. So he's loving that.
I was pretty cocky.
I want balls and
No
John
dancing
Stamos.
around the mound. 10 more wins. I lose my taco bet. I'm still having those tacos. Bro, Thurman, it would take them 20 games to win 10 games. They're not going to do it. They're not. Your tacos. Listen, Thurman, since the moment you brought that up, you weren't going to lose those tacos. Trust me. So you're fine. Mateo says, from Erica Weston and Mark Gubazaw, I'm Mateo Carlini saying, so long from Seattle. Also, ShamWow. Braves are the first team to clinch. Yes, they are, and they're probably going to win it all, like Dan says. Mateo, hey, awesome, you got called up. Let's see a few more here. Hold on a second. I love when it does that, dude. You should see how this thing skips on me. I can't fucking stand this thing. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Okay. IE says, I hate when Nevin wants to give out participation trophies for these rookies. If you have a chance to win the fucking game, put in the proper players. Exactly. But he's a dumbass. I think we've all established that. Munoz might be a contender from here on out. Also, Mario says, how about those Jets? Checked out on watching the Halos, but I like the way the young players are playing. Always look forward to hearing your take on the game. Keep it going, bro. Appreciate it, Mario. I missed out on all the Q, the Bally's, Munchie Mills, and Kia. Had to watch the whole game on Root Sports. Well, yeah, you missed out on the normal stuff anyway. Hasselman, not sure what the hell he's doing out there, but definitely not going to be back next year. Mario says Detroit versus Jets in the Super Bowl. Wow. Yeah, that's overreaction Monday for sure. Dan says, shit talking to you, birthday boy. Sea chickens get owned. Look, I got owned. Listen, we swept you last year, but unimpressively. This was an impressive win. And don't think we're not going to forget that field goal that you guys tacked on at the end. That was classless. And that's what you call a rivalry. So I'd want us to do that to you guys. But the fact you did it to us, revenge, motherfucker. When you come back here and we play you guys, I'm going to be in attendance. And, man, we better beat that ass. Because hopefully by then Stafford will be on his routine number 6 or number 27 sabbatical. He'll be hurt again. His back or his groin or his poontang will be hurting, and he'll be out, and the Rams will have a roster full of nobodies again, and Aaron Donald will probably be traded. So you guys will be trash by the time we play you, and hopefully we're much better than we've been in a long time. Let's see, but yeah, I have to shit talk back, even though we got beat. Eric says, my nephew started kindergarten today, and with that, we go live to all hell. Roger, shut up. Let's see. Hawken says, honestly, I feel like most of the base running issues with were Paris' fault. He looked clueless out there. Well, that's also for him being so freaking young. Seahawks season starts next week, dude, and it does, MT. It's going to be against Detroit, and I'm scared of Detroit, man. Detroit's a really good football team. Todd, you may beat the Niners. I don't know right now. Again, they got to play a mile ahead of what they did this week. They looked flatter than a pancake. Let's see. Also, Thurman says the Blue losing Cyclops locker and taking down his murals, making room for Trout 4 to 5 year deal. Otani 7 to 10. Trout just has to tell his wife he'll be home an hour later. Look, at this point, I love Trout, but I'm pretty sure if he goes to the Dodgers, like or even any other team, he's gonna freaking find his shit again. And he's gonna freaking kick ass, and he'll go back to MVP stuff. If he stays with us, same old Trout the next 2-3 years. Watch. Book it. Let's see. LA look rammed. Jeez. Johnny says horns up. No. Horns down. I never feel bad for Seattle. Screw them. Richard says good night. Happy birthday, Todd. Later. Thank you so much. It's your boy says, to be honest, Kalelik being back, in my opinion, is ruining whatever the Mariners had this past month, and has came back recently from his water cooler broken foot. Dude, no kidding. He's not been the He's not been the same player. Esteban says Donald put the fear of God into Smith. And when he was like, oh, shit, I was like, great, that's not good. Thank you. Oh, DK Metcalf got the Nacho Night Award. And you know what? Look, I love DK Metcalf. I've got a couple jerseys of him. I think he's one of the best receivers in the league. But you can't be pulling that petty shit. Like, even I was mad at him right there. He's got to stop that, dude. He got anger problems. He's just got to stop it. Because he's letting these other players and DBs know that they're in his head. He just got to be smarter, dude. Restunning says, I don't think anyone will eat that contract, though. Trout plays 60 games max a year, $45 million, not worth it. IE says, happy birthday, Big Todd. Thank you, sir. Anna says, last year we spoiled Seattle's playoff hopes. It will happen again this year. Hawkeye says, or Hockey says, we are all forgetting Drury hit his 100th career home run. Yeah, he's been playing back-to-back good years. I was skeptical of getting him from San Diego, but he's turned out to be one of the best free agents. Balls, and getting that revenge.
Tonight, it's time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and
Getting that revenge. RBI base hits, not homers. What is that? It's your boy says, would have been crazy to say last year, but we could have gotten Holiday from the Orioles for Ohtani. But nope, we kept him and missed out on October again. Exactly, and we missed out on a lot of good players we could have had last night. 2 rookies this weekend that will haunt Seattle's dreams for years to come is Puka Naka and Ohapi. Also, hey, where's that brownie, Gooby? You gotta cue Snoop Dogg, because when he comes in here, because he's gonna come in here at some point this year, and we're gonna have brownies together. Balls, and happy birthday. Thanks, Johnny, right there. Let's see, they ate some, and the team's got to eat that contract. Carroll can't outcoach Shanahan. That's been true lately, too. Tony C says, I really don't think the Angels will not, I don't think they're going to trade Trout. Also, Kyle Shanahan outcoaches McVay. He does. Balls, and Big Hammer empties them. Carroll is an ass. Didn't he ruin USC? Not necessarily. I think the boosters and all the shady shit inside, he was a part of it, but USC was just cheating all over the place. Patrick's bragging about the Rams. It's kind of low and unnecessary to dance if it's organic. If it's forced to, just pay him back when it's not. I'd say throw at him. That's just my thing. Martin says Aaron Rodgers is equivalent to our number 6. Well, I don't know about that. I think he plays a lot more, obviously, and is a Hall of Famer, not like number 6. But damn, him going out on an injury like that is typical Jets, unfortunately. Let's see. Patrick says Rams house. The Seahawks fans don't like the Anaheim teams. Well, you know what, Patrick? I've been to every Rams game since they've been back versus the Seahawks. And every time I go, it's been at even the Rams' height. It's been at least 50-50 Seahawks and Rams fans. And there's been a couple years where it's been the majority was Seahawks fans, especially over there at the Rose Bowl. So, look, if you've got to yell whose house it's not your house. And believe me, they do that way too much. Between that and playing California Love every time they do anything, that is probably the worst DJ I have ever heard. And then they got some rocker chick that tries to play guitar. It's like, dude, just stop. You know, like they don't know what they're doing over there. They're trying to appease to everybody. They bring in the Rams mariachi band. It's like, bro, you guys just stick to the fucking football games. You know, I'm like, I don't know, man. I mean, they try too hard. And from what I've seen at Charger games, there's more Charger fans than freaking Rams fans now. And it's apparent. I mean, they won a ring pop Super Bowl. And I swear to God, dude, I just wish that he got that pass off at the end. The Bengals would have won that Super Bowl. Homeboy was beat. The receiver was wide open, and had they not gotten a hand on freaking Burrow, dude, talent. I know. What could have been, coulda, woulda, shoulda. I know, whatever. Can't take it away. I'm just saying, as a hater, that would have been the best. Losing a Super Bowl in your house, and then the subsequent parade afterwards looked like a WNBA parade. No one gave a shit. In a city with millions upon millions of fans and people, the best you can do is like getting like a few thousand to show up. That's pathetic. That is pathetic. I mean, the Lakers bring in like 3 million people, or they load streets when they won titles with Shaq and Kobe. And you couldn't get shit at your Super Bowl supposed celebration. That's embarrassing. Like, literally a city of St. Louis who has a fraction of our population. The entire Midwest, including all of St. Louis, showed up for that Super Bowl parade when the Rams won. You couldn't draw flies for when the Rams won here. There's no excuse for that. That's just the Rams should never have come back here. They should have stayed in St. Louis. The Raiders should have came here. The Chargers should have went to Vegas. End of story. But the NFL fucked it up. And now the Chargers are going to wind up taking that right as LA's team. Mark it. Just mark it. Dude, the popularity and the media tries to push the Rams on you. Nobody likes the Rams unless you're a real old school fan or you're just now getting into football. There was too long of a gap in between when the Rams and Raiders left, but the Raider fans always stick to their brand because they have a cool brand. It's black and silver. No other team has that. So it's cool. It's, you know, gangbangers stick to it. They stuck with it. People love them. OGs, new fans, they stick with the Raiders. But they didn't stick with the Rams. There's only few fans that did. And now when they come back, it's like, oh, I'll take off my Eagles jersey and put on a Rams one, because you have those fans that are like, well, if they're LA, I like them. Okay, fine, go do what your thing. But the real fans that have been cheering for their Giants, their Jets, their Niners, whoever they've been doing the last 20 years since they've been growing up in an NFL-less city, are going to stick to their brands. The real fans stick to their teams. They're not going to swap them back just because they came back. The Rams are like, oh, we're going to come back to LA with open arms, building a $2 billion stadium. So you're going to build a stadium for me to see my team come to town, not the team, my team. That's why they still have to go, whose house? It's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. The Rams have no respect for me just for that shit, even if they weren't in the division. That's dumb as fuck. There's ways to establish your brand, and that's not one of them. That is the dumbest shit I've ever. And that's why the Chargers have more fans here, because A, they were closer. They were in San Diego, and they just had to move up the 5, kind of far. But Charger, you know, the real Charger fans that weren't cheap asses that would have paid for the taxes came up here and still became San Diego fans to be LA fans, even though it hurt. They still get their team local. Their team didn't move to the Midwest like the Rams did. They just moved up the 5. So they're still able to be Charger fans. They just got to do a little bit more traveling. And then fickle LA fans who are bandwagoners are like, well, this Charger team does look more exciting. Younger team. I'll tell you one thing. They lose dramatically, though. That's pretty funny. They lose and win pretty dramatically. I mean, their games, you never know what the fuck they're doing, dude. I swear to God. Never. Louis says, happy birthday, Todd. Thank you so much. Mateo, he got scratched tonight. Thank you, Lakers fan. If you've ever heard Mariners play-by-play, they are fucking annoying. I have. Otani is starting to get on my nerves. Don't worry about it, guys. In 4 or 5 years from now, just like Trout, you'll understand. Let's see. Also, Lions beat the Chiefs, and I picked the Chiefs to beat the Lions. I did too. It's just a weird week 1, dude. Weird week 1. Let's see. Also, let's see. It skipped on me again. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Julio doing all the cocky ass celebration for nothing. We should have did that to him as well. Todd House, Papa Fox. He's doing good. Lakers fan says, looks like the Reds should have taken Gritchick instead of Renfro. Tell me about it, dude. I thought Renfro was going to take off over there. Balls, and philosophy.
And, of course, I was pretty cocky.
Yeah.
We got a lot of baseball left
Wrong
to be
one.
played, and the season starts tonight.
Tonight, it's time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and
Philosophy. Sega says, happy birthday, Todd. Thank you for the dedication. Thank you so much for everybody checking in and giving birthday wishes, and also just being there all year. I mean, we appreciate everything we get. And by the way, you want to hear something funny? So real quick, we did that drawing stuff with Scott Spezio and what's his name? Brian Crosby from Marvel, right? And we drew the Rally Monkey live. this is no lie. He got a cease and desist order, Brian Crosby did, from PETA for people of ethical something treatment of animals. You know how they always just barge in. They said we were encouraging bad behavior towards monkeys. I'm not making this up. So he's got to deal with his lawyers over PETA. And I told him, look, we'll just take down the video, man. They want us to take down the video. I'm like, bro, we don't have 1 million subscribers. What the hell is this? And so, yeah, that's a fiasco we're going to hear about tomorrow from Disney lawyers. Can you believe that? Disney lawyers, because they own Marvel, have now had to get involved over our drawing of the rally monkey. What the fuck has this world come to? To me, I think that PETA should be freaking going after Artie Moreno and his use of a monkey if they're that concerned. That's a real monkey. We're drawing a monkey. And we're not even drawing a monkey with a cannon or getting stabbed. We draw him with a happy face, a hat on backwards, and a goatee. What is wrong with people? I mean, these PETA people can't get enough of smelling their own farts for a second to freaking just complain about the stupidest shit. Sorry, I just had to bring that up because that literally happened this evening. Fernando called me. I about lost my shit. I thought he was joking. Let's see. Also, Cam Akers ran through the Hawks. He did. I don't care what the record is. Angels showed up in fucking rivalry game. They did. Hey, Todd, we don't have no number 6 style players on the Rams yet. Rams got the ring over. Yeah, whereas the Niners haven't won anything since Steve Young was on the team. That is true. That is true, Patrick. Breaking news, the Jets will call the greatest quarterback, Tim Tebow, back to back up Zach Wilson. Dan saying 0-17. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, they did go over the cap, by the way, Dan. If you know your football, that is true. That is true. Todd, how did you do in fantasy football this week? I lost. Tyler Wade, Kyrie Paris with bases running gaffes. Tyler Wade smiles in delight tonight. Trout is a diva, DFA. The Seahawks will win at least one more game this year. Don't worry, Todd, 17 more chances. Chiefs receiver Toney was more productive against the Lions than Metcalf yesterday. Yeah, Metcalf only had like 2 good catches. That was it. Who needs Ohtani anyway? He sucks, Grillmaster. That's him, not me. If Green Bay misses the playoffs, they'll be Packers of their belongings. Oh, God, you guys are killing me. Balls, and winning.
Tonight, it's time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and
winning. Also, honestly, I didn't feel bad when Kalenic got injured, and they did really good after, because they are all bandwagon fans everywhere. Bring the Rams back to Anaheim. Let's see, Whopper. Dano, cool. I read Root Sports, and I'm thinking he is local. Let's see, hey, Ohtani, scratch from the lineup. Q Bally's. They're actually sad. If there's a sad Bally's, which I don't have, they'd play it because they don't like when he's out. How much did you get that ring for, Patrick? Because, yeah, I mean, I would love to have one of those rings. No lie. I mean, those rings are freaking expensive. The Chargers needed to charge money to get an O-line. That's true. Dan says, but the Bungholes got a bogus catch. They lost. We won. Angels, Ducks, and Rams in my lifetime. Who can else say that? Well, you know, I have you the Angels, Ducks, and Seahawks. So I've gotten championships. Anna says, hey, guys, this is Ohtani's 8th game in a row without playing. Q Bally's. Already did. Play him again, though, real quick. Well, no, that's a Munchie Meal. Patrick says, that's what happens when you don't have the NFL in Orange County, Los Angeles market for 20-plus years. Not the biggest fan interest except older fans like myself. Well, that's what usually happens, and they get the young ones because they give out free shit. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Because that's how you attack it. That's how you can't get the hardcore fans that's what I wanted Artie Moreno to do in his own community. In most of Artie Moreno's communities surrounding the Anaheim area, a lot of them are Dodger fans. But you can earn a lot of Angel fans if you go to schools in early ages, elementaries, junior high, pass out, give free swag, give free shirts, give free backpacks, give free tickets. Stuff like that. That's how you win over your community. And they don't do that shit. You look at the Dodgers, You don't need to grow your brand. It's there. People will flock to it like the Yankees. However, the Dodgers have built inner city ballparks for kids, donated baseball equipment, given shirts away, given tickets away, sent players. I mean, the Angels do it when they send them to Chalk. Okay, so God love them for that. They send players to read at a Children's Hospital of Orange County. They do certain things. I'm not saying they don't do anything, but they don't do enough, not nearly enough. For a franchise that has been not winning, you need to grow your franchise and take advantage of being out in the open and being accessible to the public and reach out to the public. Not turn your back on the public, Artie. And the Dodgers, again, do the right things. They don't have to do what we do and what the Angels need to do to grow their brand. And that's why the Rams are doing that. And it may take a while before they get that audience that they need or that fan base that they want. It's going to take some time. I'm not saying it'll never happen. It will just take time because you got to win over the new kids. You don't want, little Gary or Jerry or whoever that's growing up in school saying, hey, man, I like the Eagles, man. They're cool. I like Jalen Hurts, or I like freaking Lamar Jackson. I'm a Ravens fan. You don't want that. You don't want them to be not regional. You want your fans to be regional. And unfortunately, for organizations like the Angels and Rams, they're fighting an uphill battle. They just are. Let's see. Also, what's more pathetic than the Dodger fans going to a Niners and Angel fans going for the Seahawks? I think it's more pathetic for Dodgers and the Niners because you spend all year saying fuck the Giants, and then as soon as the Niners start playing, go Niners. Makes no sense. You're like, beat the LA team. You're like role reversal. It's stupid. That's dumber than what you guys think of me. I'm just saying. Let's see. Also, Sega says Gooby is pulling up his shit box for his Munchie Mill and Brownie. He's fucking faded as fuck. Chargers should have moved to Orange County. That would have worked bigger too, but there you go. Fader fans stick to their team because they can watch the game from their prison cell. Yeah, that's the only one that shows up on the prison TVs. Fly Eagles fly. And Drizzle says, is Randy okay? He's a Jets fan, right? Dude, all I saw was that he had a post where it looked like he was going to cry, and that was right when he went down. I mean, I'm sure he's happy tonight that they got the win, but I think even he knows, as good as that defense is, they're not going to win without a real quarterback, and even he knows that dude Wilson is not a real quarterback. And he got lucky tonight. I mean, again, it took 4 turnovers and a punt return to win that game for him. So let's see. Also, Todd going on a long rant to cope with his embarrassing loss. Yes, I had to get it off my and besides, I'm going to do my football show, tomorrow. So let's see. Whose house? Rams' house. We are back to stay. Jealousy will get you nowhere. That's fine, Dan. I mean, that's like a 65,000 seat or 50,000 seat stadium, and you can only fill 25,000 of it with Rams fans. Congratulations. Let's see. Whose house as it slowly decays. That's the Angels. And I follow both the Rams and Chargers. Why? My dad did. Well, there you go. I'm headed to Nashville on Friday to see the Titans and Chargers on Sunday. That's going to be a good game, James. Be a good game. See, I want to call in and say a lot of stuff. Well, then call in, Big 20. Call in. Because we've been waiting up for your call. It will be the same if Trout, if they don't hire coaches he can't respect. Random thought, but I thought I'm going to try to cook up some bison ribeyes soon. I love bison. That is a good burger, by the way. With Rodgers out, the Jets are 9 out of 16 primetime games. Do you see the ratings taking a dip because him out? Yep, because look at how the fans just lost all kinds of, optimism for that game. So John says, awesome victory tonight. It's your boy says, Todd, happy birthday, and may you be blessed with many more Fave Angels channels. Thank you, sir. Or you're one of my favorite Angels channels. Appreciate that. Let's see. Also, Arturo Moreno pulling up in a caca box for his cheesy munchie box of diarrhea. Don't take down the video. It's a drawing of a rally monkey in 2001. Who owned the team? Isn't that what they're suing themselves? No, it's not Disney suing. It's Peta. Peta's coming after. Disney lawyers are trying to defend us. This is exactly why I listen to Immortal Technique. Fuck the television. I will forever keep seeking the truth. There you go. Well, then call in, Big 20. He says, I need to call in. Well, then call in. See, what coaches would you like to see bench manager coaches for 2024? I'm with James. I would like Ron Washington to get his his crew together and become coaches of the Angels. I think they would do a good job because they're fundamentally sound. He knows people. Balls, and Rams beat the Seahawks.
Tonight, it's time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and
Fuck you, Patrick. It's your boy says Peta. People think animal cartoon movies like the Bee Movie is bad because they are on the farce and joke of an organization and a lot of false protesting. Exactly. Anthony says happy birthday. Thank you so much. Mike Trout is going to be a Phillies player. That could be. Let's see what else we got here. Also, and Todd, the Angels, Ducks, and Rams are local, and that's true, but still. Patrick says already gave the middle finger to the hardcore market by changing the name to Los Angeles. And again, that is the worst thing he could have did, and he did it anyway. Let's see, or sportsurge.com. Let's see who wants a Whopper Munchie Meal. Todd, can you do Roger's voice asking James to replay the home runs? Oh, yeah, he's going to be like, I got to see those home runs. James, I need to see the home runs here, even though they can't see them. You need to play that and then play us out with some UCLA basketball because that's what we're going to talk about going into next commercial break. Let's see, laugh my ass off, fuck Peta, and see, Hammer, again, I'm waiting for you to call. You're bitching and moaning that you have to call in. Let's hear it. Let's hear what you have to say. I'm waiting for a phone call from Hammer. If not, we're probably going to get a phone call from either Artie or freaking our best friend Terry, who's been much more inclined to call. He has more time since he's not traveling, I guess. So, again, you guys can... anyone can call in right now, 714-598-3221. We'll have to see if we get any phone calls here. If not, then we'll just end it early. People eating tasty animals right there. Todd, is there a legal streaming service I could watch the Angels and Ducks game live? No blackouts. Do you know one? Yes, Live Sports Pro on the Fire Stick or any kind of app you have. That one is pretty much... You can watch anything, sports. And by the way, if you're a big football fan too, if you don't mind paying $14.99, screw YouTube. Screw YouTube. I mean, you can watch on Live Sports Pro. The problem is sometimes they take out the links on NFL games. College games and what is it called? Baseball games, not so much. You can almost watch an entire stream without it being interrupted. But what you can do, though, if you go to NFL Plus for $14.99, which is you can get it for $7.99 too, but for $14.99, you can go and freaking get 30-minute condensed games, watch live games, and Red Zone on your phone or tablet, which is not bad at all. So I'm just saying, if you want to try that, I would. It's worth it. I got it. I said screw paying $400. It's too much money, dude. Like I remember when the damn thing used to be $220, and I thought that was a ripoff. So definitely do yourself a solid if you're really into hardcore football and you can't see your team here because they're not local. Because you'll always be able to see the Rams and Raiders every day, or not Rams and Raiders, Rams and Chargers, and sometimes the Raiders because they still cater to the market. But and you'll sometimes get the Niners, but for the most part. If you want to watch out-of-market games like me, I'm screwed unless they play the Rams or the Chargers. I have to watch on something like that. Magically, Skype's being an asshole. Thanks, Skype. So hold on. M-Doc says happy birthday. Appreciate that. I'm trying to get it to work here because, again, when I want something to work, can't have a perfect night. Let's see. God damn it. See, it's taking forever to fucking load up. I'm getting the Skype thing. It's blinking right now. So give it a minute. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. Because, again, why would anything work? It's always when shit like that happens. Like, there's no need for Skype to be out right now. Yet, what's Skype doing? Out right now. YouTube TV blows. That's you don't get half the shit right there. Let's see what the St. Louis fans feel about Stan Kroenke. Is an older Rams fans feel about Georgia Frontiera. She was a bitch. Yeah, I mean that's definitely a problem right there. I mean, like Kroenke could have stayed too. It wasn't like they didn't offer him shit. They did offer him shit. He just didn't take it. He saw greener pastures, more money in L.A. And again, you're gonna make more money in L.A. But you would have been more famous in St. Louis. Just look at how they treat their other teams. Dude, what the fuck is going on with Skype, dude? Come on, man. Fucking bullshit. I swear to God, dude. Like, literally. This is, like, so stupid. It does that sometimes if I don't reset, and I'd have to reset the computer. And right now it's, like, just blinking. It's not wanting to work. So I'll just give it a few more minutes. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. Let's see. We need him for the Angels. Now, I would take Crocky as an owner for the Angels because it seems like everything he touches, they win. I mean, he owns the Colorado Avalanche, got a freaking Stanley Cup. So that's one of the hardest freaking trophies to get, and he got it. So, Manhammer, you might have to wait till tomorrow, dude. I know you've been like, Vetter's been gassing you up, like, dude, you gotta hear what he's got to say and everything else like that. It's like, I want to hear it, man, but if I could show you right now, this shit's not working. It's being stupid as funk right now. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna work, dude. I don't know if it's gonna work. Yeah, you might have to do that right there. Yeah, he is an awesome owner. I mean, even though I don't like him, balls, and Metamucil. Welcome to Seniors Club. No news on Dickies. I messaged him, Dan, about what do you call it? I messaged him about the what is it? The page, the Dickies page you sent me, and I explained everything. Wrote him a paragraph, and I sent him an invite too, because sometimes bands like that or people like that, they don't check their inboxes unless prompted to. So I haven't heard nothing yet. It doesn't show that it's been read, so no news on them yet. Mike Moore says, is Trout healthy, just waiting to be traded at this point, or still milking it? I think they told him shut it down. The hamate bone hasn't completely healed, and he's probably looking to be a freaking golfer in the off season. He's not looking to do anything as far as baseball is concerned. And plus, there's only 14 games left anyway, so there's not much you can do except play spoiler. Me going 0-3 this weekend in fantasy is better. That's why I'm getting these new mics too. These Rockville used to be state of the art. I found these other ones that are way better. So the mic went out too. So that's fucking awesome. Skype thing is still blinking like it's freaking stupid. So yeah, we're definitely not getting it. I was hoping Terry or Artie would call in. I see Artie's on here. So we get none of that tonight either. So I apologize. It's my birthday, and I really wanted to get everyone a little birthday present of Big Hammer, and then also getting one of the boys on here, whether it was Terry Smith with his new comedic routine, which was really good the other night, or talking about A-Train and all the hoes he sleeps with. That would have been fun. 49ers fans constantly shit on the Rams, yet they couldn't beat them when it mattered the most. That is true. That is true. Yes, it's my birthday, Artie Moreno. It sure is, and we will get some Stukas tonight. So listen, Big 20, call in tomorrow. I for sure will have it up tomorrow, the phone lines. So if you can please call in tomorrow so we can hear what happened, and maybe A-Train can call in too and give you some props, because we heard there's a lot of news, and Vetter's been pumping it up. Like I said, Vetter, shout out to Vetter out there. It's not that the lines are closed, but there you go. Mike says, happy birthday, brother. Thanks for the content. Again, thank you, everybody. Like what I want to say again, it's been a tough baseball season. As we transition into football season, if you are a football fan or not, if you're still a huge baseball fan like myself and will watch the postseason as well, as we transition to that, we transition into that with no Angels again making October other than October 1st. And it really, really sucks. It's disappointing, but what makes it worth it to follow the team is when I have the faith when they actually return back to postseason form in some way, whether it's with the group of guys they got now, which I hope not, and meaning the coaches, and the group of guys they'll have in the future. I'm still going to be an Angels fan. And it'll be so much more sweeter when we get back to the postseason. And I really want to get there. And as a page, nothing will make me happier than to get here with you guys and gals that have followed the page since day one, or just become a fan, just subscribed. Check us out on Instagram and do all the things and help us out with charity work and everything else like that. that's what it's all for. That's what, why we keep doing what we do. We have hope that this thing's going to turn around. So it's been another frustrating year. I think this one's, as an Angel fan, I've said it before and I'll say it again, this is the most frustrating Angels season I've ever been a part of. It's been so tough this year. But yeah, we looked ahead to better days, man. And who knows? Wouldn't that be ironic with everything? Artie screwing this up. No offense, Artie. But everything that's happened this season, and then somehow, some way losing Ohtani, Trout, and somehow getting rid of 6. Next year we're better. Who knows? I mean, that's the thing. I mean, baseball's a funny sport. You never know. You never know. But Vetter says, happy 70th birthday. How dare you? How freaking dare you, Vetter?
How dare you?
But anyway, let Dickie's drummer know you contacted them, see where it goes. I appreciate that, Dan. But again, I think we'll we'll see what happens moving forward. But yeah, we're gonna play out the rest of the string. I'll be on here except for Sundays to close out the year, or I might do a special one on Sunday on the last game of the season, because I think that's the last game is October 1st, and I think that is Sunday. So and I'll be in attendance this Friday, and then also on the 10th. Not the 10th, I'm sorry, the 30th of September, which is the Saturday. I want to be there as Halo Honk, the last one right there. So there you go. 69 at Choo Choo. Oh, yeah. Thank you, James, and enjoy that flight out to Tennessee. I love me some Tennessee, man. You got to go downtown Nashville, dude. That's a beautiful area. But again, appreciate everything. And again, call him tomorrow, Big 20. Artie and everybody else, have a good rest of your night. Now, let's send it off with a victory tonight. And I think we have to play some of this song because deservingly so. Every time we get a dub, we play this song after the preview, obviously. The Angels get a huge win tonight and upset the Mariners' possible chances to make the postseason, at least for tonight. Sets them back for sure. Hell yeah, baby.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Good night, everybody.